Not really sure what's happening, but I can tell you it's super, super frustrating. Why not start the project when you don't have enough time to finish it? An ominous start. Welcome back to the channel, guys, where we create fast world problems by doing shit the wrong way. I didn't put this motor in here. I didn't convert it. I don't know what a lot of this shit is going into, but we'll find out together. Yeah, great, that broke off. And I cut my finger. Every time I try to pull this hose off of a vacuum nipple, it breaks. Yeah, every single time. All right, let's get this intercooler pipe out of the way. T-bolt clamps always seem to be 11s or 13s. In this case, they're 11s. Pull this nav pipe out. Get some oil in it. Oh, and like that. There we go. How do you pull a throttle body off one of these things? They made this M54 manifold really difficult to work on, didn't they? A bunch of stuff just like crammed underneath it. You get to those lower bolts. I know I'm gonna have to pull the fuel rail. Like a 10. You're a 9 maybe? Yeah, are you guys 9s? What is with the weird sizes on this car? I guess BMWs have to just be covered in oil all the time. It's not a 9 and it's not a 10? Or did I have the 11? I had the 11 on there, didn't I? Did I grab the 11? Yeah, it is a 10. It's not weird sizes, you're just an idiot. Cool, love that. What is this? And why does it have oil in it? That's not the oil cap. What are you? Just lost a washer. Unbolt the rail. These are different size bolts. That makes sense. One's a 10, one's an 11. Oh, you had a nut on the bottom. Love this. Washer that I lost earlier. All right, I got the cowl out of the way. I got the injector clips and wiring out of the way. Now I can actually get to the fuel rail and get that off. There we go. That exposes the intake manifold bolts. Looks like they're 12s, probably. Let's see, am I right? No, they're not 12s. They're 11s. Yeah, this is one of the ones that can fall through, so obviously it will. Dang it, not able to catch that one. But looks like the manifold's loose. Yep. Now I just have to figure out what the rest of the stuff is holding it on. How do you get... Oh, I see. Wow. All right, I've got a little bit of access to the worm clamp that's on the throttle body. Don't think the screwdriver is gonna be long enough though. Oh no, it is. Lucky. Maybe that's enough. Let's see, I'm sure there's more stuff connected underneath. This whole thing. Oh shoot. There's a whole mess of thing bolted to the front. Looks like that's everything from this side. There's something else on this side.
You on a phone call or on a video?
Oh, I'm on a video, but it's fine. Love you.
You look really cute. It looks really cute.
I don't know if all this stuff goes back on. I watch other people's videos to make my video. It's the secret of YouTubing. 10mm bolt holding this thing together. Oh my goodness, the amount of these clips. I'm sure you guys will leave some comments to tell me how I could have done this better. Is that it? Ah, couldn't be that easy. Fudge does this thing come off? There we go. Oh, of course, one more. All right, here we go. M54 intake manifold off. Just a little comparison. M54, M50. To be fair, I think some of this stuff comes over, but not a lot of it. Picked up the M50 manifold adapter kit from Seems Legit Garage. Let's see what's inside. I was actually curious about this, if I needed to get an adapter to the throttle body to the intercooler pipe, I think that's gonna work perfectly for our setup. It's like, this is the fuel rail adapter hardware, injector adapters, tubing for the bottom of the intake manifold, I believe. Hose clamps and a 45-degree connector, billet ICV adapter, and the throttle body adapter. These are the block offs for the head. I mean, that's it. It's packaged well, it was shipped well. Looks like a pretty good kit. Bunch of people make adapter kits for the M50 to the M54. Seems legit garage. Read a bunch of really good stuff about it, and then it just seemed legit. It's my first BMW, so I'm new to all this. Goes there, it comes with a zip tie to zip tie through. Seems legit. For now, that's the Seems Legit Garage M50 to M54 manifold adapter kit. All right, so I just got the N3 gauge cluster in. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and show you guys the gauge cluster. It's not a huge difference from the stock E46 one, but the tach does go to a higher RPM, so I'm looking forward to having that. I picked it up off Amazon from M Parts. Looks good. And there's a little coffee stain or something on the 280 km. But otherwise, it's like 2 plugs in the back, 83,000 SMG. Is this an SMG gauge cluster? Oh yeah, I forgot. The stock E46, the one that I have, the non-M, has a fuel mileage or a fuel economy here at the bottom. And this one has oil temperature, which is kind of cool. So I'll be able to see that. So the tach on the M cluster goes to 9 grand. I don't think I'm gonna be taking my car to 9 grand, but it's cool to have it. So I think we'll probably be taking this car to like 72, 7,500. I think the one on my car now redlines at 7,000. So a little bit more. I don't know if we'll ever take this car to 180 miles an hour either. The Jeep, yes, but I don't know about the E46. All right, that's it. Let's get it installed. All right, new one's installed. I have the intake nav torn off, but I just wanted to see if it'll key on. Looks good. All right, so I just put in the plugs in the head. I did not tap them. It seems legit, or somebody said you didn't need to tap. I didn't, they went in fine, no issues. Got them all in there, and now we're moving on. That was the part I was worried about. All right, just pulled the intake air temperature sensor out. It looks tremendous. It's caked in dirt, and I'm getting real tired of stabbing myself. It's the second time I've stabbed myself on this. But I was struggling to find out where it was located. In case you guys are dumb like me, here it is. It was right there on the top of the intake manifold, right in the middle of the M54. This is the thing that everybody says you have to thread to then put in the new intake manifold. All right, in my effort to thread the intake air temp sensor and install it, I broke the cage. So I don't know if this is the wrong intake air temp sensor or something. I don't know. It was weird to begin with. And then when I was putting it in, it broke off in there. So now I have to extract it. Cool. These are the fast world problems. I don't recommend doing this with a drill, but I figured plastic, it probably would work fine. Yep, there we go. All right. That's the piece that broke off in there. Cool. All right. I guess I'll be ordering the pre-threaded one. All right, well, on our way to having an intake manifold ready to go back on the car. Fuel rail on, flipped. I did scuff it up, having it on the concrete out there. Thankfully, that's the back runner, so it'll be covered by the cowl, but also got some scratches up here. That's a bummer, but not the end of the world. I mean, it's all messed up anyway. But trying to keep it clean. So I've got a few minutes before the kids get up this morning. Had to stop the project yesterday because everybody got home from school and work, so I had to get back on dad duty. But this morning, I've got like 20 minutes, so I'm trying to get the 2 extra studs extracted from the head. Almost said heads. Used to talking about V8s again. I've got the first stud out of the head. Just use the double nut method. they were a snake, they'd have bit me. Let's see about getting this other one out. All right, so this is super low-tech method. More low-tech than the double nut, probably. Let's see if I got it or if it's gonna slip. All right, it's turning. Okay. So now that it's broken loose, I can take a better angle and just twist it. So you can do either method there, double nut or vice grips like this if you have them. And there you go. Stud 2 removed. Wait, was that the right one? Damn it. No, I'm just kidding, it was. All right, so I've tapped and plugged these ports, got thread sealant on all of them. Now I'm working on extending some of the stuff that I've got to extend. I have to extend the IAT because the IAT now is going to be over here. This guy's not even remotely going to reach. I'm going to have to extend the ICV because it just barely doesn't reach. The ICV is back over here now. The throttle body I'm going to have to extend as well because it's got to come all the way up and plug into the throttle body up here. So those three things got to get extended. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. All right, I think I'm ready to drop the manifold in, so we're gonna get started on that. Let's see if I'm right. Immediately, I see that this is stuck on here and I need it off. Here's that. This is gonna have to go top to bottom. This is gonna have to go bottom to top. Fuel line needs to come in on the back side. This is gonna have to go through top to bottom. That's gonna stay underneath. I think we're ready. All right. This is gonna come through there. This is gonna go through top to bottom. This needs to go into the head. I forgot to pull all the paper towels out of the head. That wouldn't be good. That would make the first start not good. Okay. Maybe this doesn't have to go there. Maybe this can go around the outside. There's another top to bottom. What was it? Take your temperature sensor. Let's do the same one. Okay, take your temperature sensors plugged in. This is the new wire for the idle air control valve. Put that in. Brake boost line out of the way. This is supposed to go over the top. It's stuck up underneath. Oh shit. Well, because of that, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna unplug the idle air control valve again. That sucks, because that's gonna be a real pain to unplug now. I have to pull this back through. This needs to go here. Car just settled on the jack stands again. This goes over the top of everything. There. What's up, dude? Oh, go get your, yeah, good. You got your helmet. Good. Yeah, okay, let me pull that off. Thought it would be easier on me, but apparently not. Now it all just wants to fall in place. What's up?
Where's the sticker things?
I don't know, sweetie. It's wherever you put it.
Well, I put it on the table. I checked and it's not there.
Okay. Well, then check some other places. I haven't moved it.
I checked on the counter.
Okay.
That's the only place I could think of.
Oh, well, maybe look around some more. I haven't moved it. What's up, dude? You trying to take it off? Okay. Throttle body connected. Our control valve is connected. Let's dis it. Don't care about that. Long extension. You're a real bitch to get to. Oh no. How do I get you to plug in there and here? I can't reach that one. Goodness gracious. I think I'm gonna have to like take a beat, reset. All the screaming kid stuff is messing me up too. Try again in a minute. Alright. Good. I'll lean on that. That's good. That sits in that thing. This. That's fine. Now, yeah, we're so let's say you had to take the little this thing off there. So take that off. Oh man, that's still a pain. It's still super tight. There we go. That's good. See if it'll start up right now. All right, just finished up some final things. Gonna try to start it for the first time. Okay. Let's see. The wideband says super rich. Okay. Full decent vacuum. Oil pressure's good. So the check engine light already on. Looks like traction control, ABS, and regular brake. Okay. All right. So this is probably I messed up a wheel speed sensor when I did the suspension. I bet. So I'll have to go take a look at that. But she's running, so. Let's see if we can take her a lap around the block. All right, so I went out on the test drive and the car ran like shit. I did a little research and it looks like I hooked the fuel pressure regulator line up to the wrong place. I hooked it up on the manifold side of the throttle body, but it actually needs to be hooked up on the intercooler piping side of the throttle body. So it doesn't reference boost in the same way. It's not like a fuel pressure regulator in the traditional sense. I don't know. It's all confusing to me, but the point is it's hooked up in the wrong place. The bad news is I don't have a way to hook it up in the correct place. I'm having to order pipe fitting to add an adapter to add a vacuum line to the existing piping. Hopefully, then the car will run and run normally. It still doesn't make sense to me why it needs to be hooked up where it needs to be hooked up. I don't understand what the difference would be, but that is it. It's supposed to be hooked up to, they call it the F connector on the throttle body coupler. The throttle body coupler that I have that came with the M50 manifold kit doesn't have a port provision for the F connector. So seems legit garage. Where's the F connector port? I need one. So now I'm gonna have to make one. So that's the update on how the car's running. Once I get that in there and I get the hose swapped over, I'll let you guys know how. Not really sure what's happening, but I can tell you it's super, super frustrating. I had a running car. I changed the intake manifold. Now I have a not running car. Fast world problems. I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna figure it out though. All right, so it's still running like crap and I can't figure out why. I can get it to start and run, but I can't get it to rev at all. Every time I try to rev it, it goes super lean and dies. I think it has to do with the fuel pressure regulator because that's the only thing that makes any sense. The other thing is it's running super rich right now, which doesn't make any sense because the M50 manifold should be giving it more air than it's expecting. So it should be running lean at idle, I would think. And then if I try to give it gas, it goes super lean and dies. Not sure what's happening. All right, so I knew it was something stupid. I knew it was just me. I'm gonna take it for a test drive right now to confirm, but it looks like I had the MAF plugged in backwards. So when I pulled the intercooler piping apart and I put it back together, I did not pay attention to the orientation of the MAF in the particular intercooler pipe. So I put it back in 180 degrees out, which obviously the car's not happy about. I flipped it, put it back together. Seems to be idling fine, it revs fine, it's still running super rich, but it runs, seems to rev just fine. We're gonna take it around the block real quick and see how it does. So far that's better. Oh yeah. There we go. So much better. The car's happier. I'm happy. We're good. So more self-induced problems. It's almost always the case, isn't it? Self-inflicted wounds over here. So, all right. Car seems to be running good. I think that wraps up the M50 intake manifold swap. Finally. Yeah, so let's see what's next. Now I can move on with my life.